Some endings feel like failures, but have you ever considered that sometimes they're just quiet invitations to begin again? This is a story about a man named Rayan, someone who learned that starting over isn't a weakness, it's a profound act of courage. Rayan was a man who worked hard his whole life. He wasn't what you'd call brilliant or outstanding, but he was dedicated. He poured his heart into everything he did. For years, he saved every penny, meticulously made plans, and finally, he built his own small business. It wasn't a huge corporation, just a small enterprise, but it was his. It was his dream, his pride, his entire world. He watched it grow, nurtured it, and felt a sense of purpose in its daily hum. Then, one year, the ground beneath him shifted. Everything collapsed. A sudden, unexpected economic downturn hit, followed by a few decisions that, in hindsight, were wrong. And just like that, the small, stable world he had so carefully constructed began to crumble. The calls stopped coming in. The bills started piling up. The once lively space grew quiet. Rayan fought with everything he had to hold it all together. He pulled all-nighters, hunched over endless calculations, his mind racing to find a solution. He had desperate, pleading conversations with suppliers, with banks, with anyone who would listen. He believed that if he just tried hard enough, he could fix it. But life, as we know, doesn't always listen to your effort. It doesn't always reward your struggle. Sometimes, things break before you have a chance to mend them. The cracks become too wide, the damage too deep. One morning, the fight was over. He walked into his now shuttered shop. The air was thick with the smell of dust and finality. He sat down on the cold, dusty floor, surrounded by the ghosts of his ambition, and finally allowed himself to feel something he had been avoiding for months: complete and utter defeat. It's strange how quiet failure can be. There's no loud crash, no dramatic, cinematic moment. It's just silence, an empty, deafening silence. And in that heavy stillness, he asked himself a single, terrifying question. Now what? The question echoed in the empty room, but no answer came. Unable to bear the weight of the silence, he got up and walked outside. He just kept walking, with no destination in mind, his feet carrying him forward, until he reached a calm lake on the outskirts of his town. An old fisherman was there, methodically pulling his nets from the water, his movements practiced and serene. For a long moment, the old man worked, without saying a word, focused entirely on his task. Then, he glanced over at Rayan, his eyes weathered and kind. He said, "You look like someone who's carrying more than his shoulders can hold." Rayan managed a tired, hollow smile. "I lost everything I built," he confessed, the words tasting like ash in his mouth. "Everything. I have no idea where to even begin again." The old fisherman wiped his hands on his trousers and sat down on the grassy bank beside him. He pointed a worn finger towards a small boat bobbing near the shore, a boat that had clearly seen better days. It had a visible crack in one of its wooden planks. "See that boat?" the old man asked. "I've had to repair it 6 times. Every storm that passes through leaves a new scar, a new weak spot I have to fix. But the sea doesn't wait for a perfect boat. It waits for the one that's willing to sail again." Rayan stayed silent, letting the man's words sink in. The fisherman continued, his voice calm and steady. "People think life is about never failing, about building something that never breaks, but that's not it. Life depends on beginning again, and again, and again, as many times as it takes. Each time you patch the wood, you learn something new about the boat, about the storm, about yourself. In that moment, Rayan felt something shift deep inside him. It wasn't a sudden burst of clarity or a rush of newfound confidence. It was much smaller, much quieter. It was just a tiny spark, the first flicker of a new beginning. He looked at the repaired boat, then at his own hands, and realized they were not empty, just resting. Over the next few days, he didn't try to solve everything at once. He simply worked step by step. First, he allowed himself to grieve. He accepted the loss, truly and deeply. He closed the old chapter, acknowledging that part of his life was over. Then, he started learning a new skill. Something he'd always been curious about, but never had the time or the courage to try before. It was a small step, enrolling in an online course, but it felt monumental. It wasn't easy. It certainly wasn't smooth. There were days filled with doubt, moments where the familiar ache of failure returned. He felt like an amateur, clumsy and slow. But with each small success, with each new thing he learned, he felt himself moving. It wasn't backward, and it wasn't sideways. It was forward. Months passed. Rayan wasn't the same man he used to be. He wasn't trying to rebuild his old life, to reclaim what was lost. He was building a new one, slowly, quietly, and honestly. He was creating something that was his, not because of what it earned him, but because of what it taught him. And in this process, he realized something incredibly important. Starting again doesn't erase your past. It doesn't mean your previous efforts were a waste. Instead, it adds to your story. It adds strength you didn't know you had. It adds a layer of wisdom that can only be gained through hardship. It adds depth to your character. Every scar tells a story of survival, because every new beginning is born from an ending that tried its best to break you. And the simple, powerful fact that you're still here, still breathing, still capable of taking that next step, that alone means you're ready for the next chapter. So if you're standing in the silence of an ending right now, just remember Rayan's story. The sea is waiting for the boat that's willing to sail. Again, patched up planks and all. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.